Hey, shalom, shalom. Bear with me just 1 second. Turn the volume up a little bit. Alright, this is Normal with the DC Camp. Back for another video. And in this one, oh boy. What the adults are letting their children expose themselves to. But first and foremost, call halal Yahweh. Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rakawadash. Alright. Double honors go out to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations also go out to the fellow Akim that are out there on the highways and byways, pushing the truth across the four corners of the earth. Alright. Trying to wake up the remaining hopeful elect, because time is very short. These prophecies, as we continue to say, alright, are jumping off the pages. Alright. So as you can see, young woman calls out parents that expose their children to degenerates like Sexy Red. And they're purposely doing this to our so-called community. It's not a coincidence. Alright. And more, to their credit, more and more parents in our so-called community are speaking out. They see this. Our kids are not allowed to be kids as in other so-called communities. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get this, but first let's get the copyright out of the way, because I'm using someone else's work here as a teaching tool. Alright, here we go. Alright, it says copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act, what the hell? Let's see. Copyright Act of 1976, allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Alright. I do not intend in any way to profit off of this. This is merely, as I said, as a teaching tool. Alright. So, this is from the Black Congregation. This is Mr. Philip Scott. Alright. Whose other channels include the African diaspora, but we are not promoting that here. I just use these from time to time because he happens to talk about subjects that, things that I can use, and we just add the scriptures to them because they are of importance, and this is of importance. Alright, so let's go ahead and roll the video.
Well, recently Sexy Red was invited to a high school to speak to kids.
And at this particular school, she was rejected because she was trying to come in and smell like marijuana, and she had a cleavage out and all of that, right? Well, Sexy Red's issue with that, but we'll cover that on another story.
Case in point, this young sister is going to touch on something that,
Let's go back. Hold on.
This young sister is going to touch on something that we'll cover that on another story. Case in point.
This shit, look at this shit. And what she's got in her right hand there, this is her God. Alright, that money. And she's pushing that trash. Alright. She's set up to do what she's doing. Alright. Damn shame.
this young sister is going to touch on something that
I, as a parent, really going to agree with.
These new age adults are exactly why I'm afraid to have kids. Because they want to be kids. Like the grandmas today. Currently going viral on Twitter right now because I have retweeted a post where Sexy Red was bad because she couldn't go and perform or speak at a school. And I said that I've been telling y'all her target audience is kids because it is. That's what I believe. That's what I see with the kid. You don't gotta agree. I don't care. A lot of these 18-age artists target kids with very hypersexual and explicit content. I feel like
Exactly.
my point is proven, seeing that she's bad, she can't go into a school. Because why, as an adult entertainer whose music is on the verge of
See, the thing is, this has to be put in the same light, all right, as these trans things going teaching your children in school. It has to. It just has to. All right, you got to give this the same attention, all right, because and it's sad that the parents who unfortunately were around the same age when they got pregnant or fathered children, you know, children having children. But again, this is what's pushed on our community, all right? And this is why we're out here on the highways and byways trying to get our people to realize that, hey, the way that we are is because of something. There's something called cause and effect, all right? The cause being we neglected and turned away from the law, statutes, and commandments of our power, all right, our God, all right, and the effect of that is, well, how we're, I was going to say living, but existing today, because that's what we're doing. We're just existing, all right, as a result. Oh man, all kinds of scriptures, just the whole chapter, Deuteronomy 28, but it's all over the scriptures, all right. In fact, let's go to Hosea. Let's see, 4, and we just start at the top. It says, the Most High, or the Lord, accuses Israel. Hear the word of the Most High Yahweh, you children of Israel, for the Most High Yahweh hath a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of the Most High in the land. What did I just say about the law, statutes, and commandments? 2, by swearing and lying. Slack in my throat. By swearing and lying and killing and stealing and committing adultery, they break out, and blood touches blood. There is your black on black crime, as it's been termed. Therefore shall the land mourn, and every one that dwelleth therein shall languish, with the beasts of the field and with the fowls of heaven, yea, the fishes of the sea also should be taken away. Yet let no man strive nor reprove another, for thy people are as they that strive with the priests. Therefore shalt thou fall in the day, and the prophet also shall fall with thee in the night, and I will destroy thy mother. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. What did I say about cause and effect? And you were given an idol by our enemy, JC. All right, someone that in the likeness of your enemy, your oppressor. You know, Jeremiah 17th chapter, verse 4. These things were beaten out of us. They were stripped from us. And it was allowed to be that way because of what? Thou hast rejected knowledge. All that time that you had beforehand. And the Most High just got tired. All right, I'm going to even take my name from you. All right, and it says, I'll also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me. Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power, I will also forget thy children. Which goes back to what? When Yahweh Shai was, all right, getting ready to be crucified, right? And the condensed version is Acts 3 and 13. Well, we'll get that real quick. All right, you forgot what you said. All right. Peter speaks in Solomon's portico. Alright, it says, verse 13, the God of Abraham, and of Isaac, and of Jacob, the God of our fathers, hath glorified his Son, Yahushua, whom ye delivered up, and denied him in the presence of Pilate. Alright, the enemy, the oppressor, even then, when he was determined to let him go. Alright, and don't get it twisted, Pilate is not absolved of anything. Alright, despite what the gesture that he made. Alright, 14, but ye denied the Holy One, remember this is Israel now, and the just, and desired a murderer to be granted unto you. Alright, and kill the Prince of Life, whom the Most High hath raised from the dead, whereof we are witnesses. Alright, and we go to Matthew 27. Alright, but alright. So what did you happen to say then? Well, you said, let his blood be on us and our children's children. Did you not? So what do you think? Why are these things happening? Why? I'm reading to you why. Alright. Occam's razor, right? Look it up. No matter how many degrees you get, how much education you think, you cannot educate yourself out of this curse that was put upon us. Alright. Let's continue with the video.
Erotica, which we even think is appropriate for you to show us. And then shows like that.
Let's play this back. Hold on.
Erotica, which we even think is entertainer. Whose music is on the verge of erotica.
Exactly.
I think it's appropriate for you to show us. And then shows like that.
Mm-hmm.
Smelling like marijuana with your cleavage hanging out. Baby, you wouldn't be able to go visit your baby daddy in prison or something like that. But that's how you show it for the kids. Okay. 2. Why would adults think it is morally
Baby daddy in prison. Damn. Damn. Just had to catch that. But she got a point.
Come speak to kids. From the teachers to superintendents. Why would y'all think that's acceptable?
Let me stop it again, because again with that verbiage that she used, baby daddy, you've been reduced to baby daddy. Think about that. How low our people have become. Things you say now that, I mean, just scream degeneracy. It's just, oh well. Wow.
The adults of this generation do not want to protect children. They just want to exploit them. Y'all don't see black kids as kids. You don't see black children as children. This is why y'all in my comments in my last videos mad at me because I don't agree with an 18-year-old being a 305. The amount of adults in my comments trying to justify this is like blowing my mind. Somebody said, well, adults love sexy, kids love sex. What adult is condoning their child listen to sexy radio? Even I had to sneak to listen to the adultification of black kids right now makes me want to fight every 10 years.
Now, as a father, Sexy Red is for adults.
Look at that. Look at the fuck. Tattoos all over. Look at that.
And Sexy Red's music and how she carries herself is extremely low class and ghetto. And
Yep. Trash. Trash.
Ghetto and trash for children who are supposed to be learning. Remember, school is supposed to be a place of learning.
Look how proud. Look at that. Look at that. That countenance. Damn.
Where you actually supposed to learn not only things in books, but you're supposed to learn at least some sort of class, and not a place for ratchetness, right? But Sexy Red is supposed to be a place of learning. It's supposed to be a place of learning. It's supposed to be a place of learning. And not a place for ratchetness, right? 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 And not a place for rat But yet you got school administrators thinking this woman who is saying the most vile things in her music that she needs to go talk to the kids. So you
Exactly, because of who the audience is.
mean to tell me there was no young woman in that city who's doing some very, very positive and prominent things couldn't go talk to the children? You mean to tell me it wasn't no young man who's doing some very prominent things in that city that can go talk to those kids that maybe used to go to that school? No, they have them. They just want to ride the wave, and really, let's call it what it is. A lot of these so-called parents out here or administrators at schools, they said that some of them have an education. I was going to want to talk about this, actually, and I will on my Philip Scott Show channel. You have some educated people, especially even some women who are educated but yet will sit up here and want to defend sexy red.
Yep.
And when they get out their business suits that they wear on the job, they want to dress and act like sexy red. Educated rats. You understand? You got people that love that rap.
I think I may just borrow that. Educated ratchet.
You need to get away from that. Why you want a woman coming up there who is a known degenerate to talk to our children? Do you want our children to be degenerates? I mean, that's really what it is. But if the parent is a ratchet, if the parent is a degenerate, then Sexy Red is nothing wrong with her. And I've said before, some people don't take an issue with Sexy Red because Sexy Red reminds them of their man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. See,
let's get that real quick. Let's go to Ezekiel. Ezekiel 16:44. Behold, everyone that useth proverbs shall use this proverb against thee, saying, as is the mother, so is her daughter. Wow. All right.
Sexy Red is normalized to some people.
Because that's what they name it. So when you point out her degenerate behavior, when you point out the things she's saying, you say, well, what's wrong with you? You just attacking a black woman? But like, because they really think that they need to defend the honor of the Sexy Red because they think that's she act like my mama. Man, I love my mama. Look at, you know what I'm saying? Y'all have to think about that with some of these people in the black community. But you notice in other communities, they don't bring the equivalent of a Sexy Red to go talk to their kids.
Exactly.
The equivalent of a Sexy Red.
Exactly.
But notice they don't do that in their community. But without
something else they don't do too is bring entertainers to talk to you about politics. All right, if you're paying attention, because this goes to the level of disrespect that is constantly, all right, leveled at our people, at our community, so-called. All right, because this is actually the state that they want you to continue to be in. Remember, Lamentations, all right, 2 and verses 15 and 16. All right, they were glad to see us all the way back then, to see us fall. All these, this latest thing with O.J. Simpson passing away. Oh man, that was a bit. They still mad at 30 years later because he, in their eyes, was the one that got away. God damn it, that nigger. How dare. But aren't they the ones that always say, well, hey, like it or not, you know, it's the best justice system that we have, you know. That was the ruling, you got to accept it. Isn't that what they always say? Until it turns out it's something that they don't approve of, like what happened there. You know, these people are the hypocrites of hypocrites. You know, it's no wonder a lot of our people just can't. You know, they've lost all sense of reality. Because look, you're in a like I like to call it bizarro world. You know, right is wrong, wrong is right.
In our communities, the parents are okay. The parents, you know,
a sixth grade can get 15 feet to a school. Okay? But now today, it's okay. And you talk about, people talk about the decline of a nation.
one telltale sign of the decline of a nation is the great moral decline.
There you go. That's why I said earlier, you got to treat this on the same level. You got it with the same vigor, all right, as you would attack them trans things trying to come and talk to your kids. The same. Because it's still degeneracy.
When you have morals, a sex of red shouldn't feel embarrassed to walk in there.
Exactly.
You would think they should have respect for these arrests. When they had school, they had sex ed before in a high school. And she didn't sanitize her lyrics either. Okay? That's the problem we have in society. We have a degenerate society.
Again, this is what Jake has been. I mean, they've been given over to all this bullshit. People like this are set up by you know who, them small heads. They're the ones that run the record labels and music industry and all that. And the vast majority of the sales are by the people that buy it are what? Edomites. Yeah. Has been for a very long time. May have always been that way. You gotta think about that. Even back in the days, there's an interview, it might still be on YouTube, Louis Armstrong. All right, whole different music genre. All right, but I believe it was the late 60s he did an interview. Sometime in the 60s, I think it was late 60s, but this Edomite woman is interviewing him, and I forget what the exact question was, but something to the effect that, I think she said something, don't you think you owe it to your community? All right, and he just straight up said, I don't. Oh, you know, black people didn't, you know, aren't the ones that he made all his money, something to that effect. It was, but to the point where the white woman was like recoiling, like what the fuck, you know. Oh man, I can't remember his words verbatim, but it was to the point clearly he was making. I said, you know, black people didn't, you know, get him where he was. It was, yeah, it's cold, but hey, but again, this shit is set up, man, and again, it goes back to what? Keeping the jails full of the investors. It's sad how people are manipulated like this, and the vast majority of them don't even consider. You know, going to Isaiah, you know, the first chapter. You know. Oh man. Again, we're the ones that need a savior. Alright. Our people doth not consider the wickedness of Judah. Alright. Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, for the Most High Yahweh have spoken. I have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me. This is Jake, rebellious. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel doth not know, my people doth not consider. All sinful nation and people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children of the corrupters, they have forsaken the Most High Yahweh, they have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger, they have gone away backward. Why should ye be stricken any more? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, and the whole heart faint. Didn't he just tell you about some of these educated people are still going after shitheads like this? What did he call it? Educated righteousness? Verse 6. From the sole of the foot even unto the head there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and putrefying sores. They have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment. And everybody sees this about our people. Alright. Everybody outside. And even some inside that choose to take advantage of their own people for their own, to increase their riches. That's another problem within our community. Alright, let's see what else he got.
That's why this nation is in decline.
Because we have a degenerate society, you will not have a society going up. It's going to constantly go down. Just study the fall of empires. Degenerate society is one of the telltale signs that something's going down. But the adults of today, they got children.
And that means, boys and girls, that America's no different than any other kingdom before it. Yes, it's on the decline. A telltale sign that it's over. I was going to go into that. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to sing. It's over. No. Alright, let's see. Alright, I'm going to end it there. Well, let's see what else. He's almost at the end. Hold on.
A lot of them, they shouldn't have no kids.
And this next generation, I feel for America.
Good point. Good way to end it. Alright, so let's see. Do I have anything else? No, but these well, I gotta get this now that I said that. This devil knows what he's doing. Alright, like I say, they don't do any other community like this. This is Proverbs 22 and 6. It says, train up a child in a way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. They're getting them earlier and earlier. Remember I mentioned the trans shit that's going on in these schools. Looking at, we need to take, well, I said we, but, that's, we understand what's going on, but you're supposed to treat it all the same. It's degeneracy, it's degeneracy. As long as you get into trying to split hairs, now you got the problem that you've got now, because that's what Jake did. Well, as long as they keep that over there, I don't care. And look what, wow. And as a result, this is where you're at now. Oh boy. So yeah, that's going to be it. Once again, this has been a video from Mr. Phil Scott. Young woman calls out parents that expose their children to degenerates like Sexy Red. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to be it. Once again, I hope whoever views this video is edified, of course. Let's look at some of the, let's see. Let's see. Someone makes a good point. What happened to asking nurses, doctors, lawyers, accountants being invited to speak to children? Again, good point, but I'd already answered that, because you're looking at a demographic that's being targeted to keep you in that mindset, to keep, again, the school to prison pipeline. All right. Finishes out, says, have we sunk this low? Yep. The sister spoke truth from every angle. The entire administration who thought this was a good idea needs to be fired. Should have been invited to a women's prison. I don't think they're doing this in other communities. You damn straight they're not. Go to Malcolm X. It says, ooh, good point. Du Bois 4952, my soul died a little when I saw those little girls singing and dancing to her music. Jezebel has our women in a chokehold. Ooh, excellent. Excellent. And here goes Superstar, and men promote it the most. Can't argue with that. All right. Tiffany Cotter, because of this behavior, this shows me that we're our worst enemy. Why did I read Hosea 4:1 through 6? All right. The next one. This is all set up by the enemies to keep our children into. Duh. All right. What it is they are doing is grooming the next generation to feed entertainment. That's why it goes it's a little more sinister than that, but yeah, okay. Proverbs 22:6 I read. All right. It's absolutely pathetic and embarrassing. I don't even listen to that mess, let alone condone my daughter listening to that garbage. I would have gathered other parents to protest outside the school. I would have been talking about to the local news to block her from even showing up at my daughter's school. Yeah, that's too much like right, though. All right. You got to understand the spirit that's out there. All right. That perverse spirit. Isaiah 19 and 14. All right. This comes on from on high. All right. So, hey, with that, yeah, that's it. I'm gonna call it right there. Once again, I hope whoever views this video is edified. All right, that's what we aim to do here at Great Millstone. Filter everything through the scriptures. And also I like to, once again, stress the power of prayer and fasting, because it works. So with that, until the next video, shalom, shalom.